Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandavat Prams, welcome to all. So we'll start with Amrita Bind, with Mangala Charan. Ananga Mohan Prabhu, can you please carry on?
भगवत नारायण स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितं पुराणमो निमाद्य महाभारते अद्वैत अमृत वर्षिणीं भगवतीमस्तस्य दायिनीम् अमृतम् अनुसाददामि भगवती गीता भवाविसेनिनीम् नमस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे पुरारविन्दयात पत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारतैलपूर्णा प्रज्वलित ज्ञानमय प्रदीपा प्रपन्न परिजाताय तोतवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्रय कृष्णाय गीत अमृत दुहे नमः सर्वपाणि साधुगवो दुग्ध गोपालनन्दना भर्तवत्स सुधीर्भुक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वासुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्ण वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोण तथा जयद्रथ जल गन्धर नीलोत्पल सालग्रहवाति कृपेण वाणी कर्णेन वेलकूला अश्वत्थाम विकर्णगो रामकार दुर्योधन वर्तनी सोतीर्ण खलु पांडवै राननादि कैवर्तक केशवा परसर्यवचा सरोजाम अमरम गीतार्थ गंधोदकतम नानक्यानाक केसरिम हरिकथा संबोधन बोधितम लोकसाजन सतपदे अहरः पेपीयमानम मुदा भूयत भारत पंकजं हरिमाल प्रध्वंसी न श्रेयसी यं ब्रह्म वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरु तस्तून्वन्ति दिव्यस्तवे वैदेहि संगपदकमुपानिसदै गायन्ति सामगाः स्थितः तद्गतेन मानसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यन्तं न विदुर् सुरगणदेव तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Prams. Happy Kartik Mas Maharaj. Dandavat Prams.
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यो विष्णुं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथा मह्यं ददाति सुपदार्थम् आदानस्तुनं दन्तहितं याचे पुनः श्रीमधुपदाम्बुजधूलिस्यां जन्मनि अनर्पितचरिं चिरात् करुणातिरणाकलो समर्पयितुन्नतिर्नसांसमुक्तिश्रियं हरिः पुरटसुन्दरतिथि कदम्बसन्दीपिता सदा हृदये कन्दरे स्फुरद्वाशिनन्दः. First of all, for my millions of obeisance to Swati Guru Padma, Vitala Bhattajagat Guru Sri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Maharaj, also offer obeisance to Lotus Vitarandi Sannyasi, Sri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj, Nanishta Santa Shri Aniruddhas Prabhuji, who appears this today. Also offer obeisances to Lotus feet of Itala Prashth Jagat Guru Sri Srimad Bhakti Gyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj's disappearance we are celebrating today. Today is the first day of Kartik, and Sripad Dandi Maharaj must have told you about the month of Kartik. So we'll start offering our humble Pushpanjali to the foot of Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragya Keshav Goswami Maharaj. नमो विष्णुपादाय आचार्य श्रीमरूपिणे श्रीमद् भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशवे ज्ञानिधि अतिमर्थ चरित्राय सुश्री अनंत पालिनी जीव दिखे सदार्ताय श्रीनाम प्रेमदायिनी गौराश्रय विग्रहाय कृष्ण कामैक चारिणी रूपानुग प्रवराय विनोदिनी स्वरूपिणी प्रभुपादंतरंगाय सर्वसद्गुणशालिने मायावाद तमोघ्नाय वेदांतार्थविदे नमः. So we are very fortunate. Today we took the sankalp of performing Kartik, not criticizing a Vaishnava. Actually, Paradi Maharaj has told us, and he has told us to practice bhakti diligently. Actually, Bhagavad-Gita is a very important scripture. And as you know, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, his father's name was Gaur Thakurji. He was an initiated disciple of the well-known saint Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami of the Advait Sampradaya, Advait Parivar, great Acharya actually. And Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami had formerly been renowned Siddha Yogi, but after hearing about Shuddha Bhakti as preached and practiced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became attracted and was converted to Vaishnavism. So Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami was Siddha Yogi, but later on he was attracted to Bhakti, Vaishnavism. Thus Sri Gaur Thakurta was also a staunch of Vaishnavism because he studied Srimad Bhagavad-Gita. So even Param Gurudev's father used to study Bhagavad-Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and other devotional literature. He daily practiced the various aspects of Bhakti such as Harinam Kiran, Japa, Puja, meditation. So no wonder Param Gurudev's father was a great devotee. Param Gurudev also was a great devotee. Actually, Param Gurudev, he is actually teaching, you can see here, he is telling that according to Bhagavad Gita, the impersonal, undifferentiated aspect of the Absolute, which is the Brahma Tattva of the impersonalist, is not Par Tattva, because it is neither supreme nor independent. So, Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattva Jnanam Advayam Brahmeti Paramamiti Bhagavaniti Shabdati, that undifferentiated Brahma, Brahma Jyoti, the bright light emanating from Sri Krishna, is not the Par Tattva, Param Gurudev is telling. And it's not independent, it is neither supreme nor independent. It is dependent on Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And he is giving evidence for this. Brahmano hi pratisthaham amritasya vayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhaikantikasya cha. Bhagavad Gita 14.27. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, in my form as Nigun Savishish Tattva, I have no material characteristics, but I am full of spiritual attributes. And I am indeed the shelter of Brahma, which is the ultimate goal of the Gyanis. My Swarup in the form of Nirgun Savishish Tattva is the sport of immortality, imperishability, eternality, and prema. That love of God, which is the Nitya Dharma or eternal religion of the Jivas, and Vrajarasa, the form of complete happiness. So you can see that he is also very expert in Bhagavad Gita. Shri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, that was the Brahmachari name of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. He used simple examples to explain that it is the nature of the Jiva to be an eternal servant of Bhagavan. It is the eternal nature of the Jiva to be the servant of Bhagavan. According to Bhagavad Gita 15.7, now this is a very nice chapter, 15th chapter. Mamai Mahamsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. The Jiva is a transformation of the marginal potency, Tatastha Shakti of Sarva Shaktiman Brahma, the Supreme Lord for this soft potency. So you see that Jiva is eternal servant. Mamai Mahamsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. And he's telling that although one cannot find perfect examples in this world to describe transcendental matters, analogies are often useful. Shri Vinod Bihari used to use two analogies to explain the nature of the Jiva. The relation of the sun rays to the sun, and the connection of the sparks to the blazing fire. Shri Krishna is like the sun. The slimmering and the shimmering particles of light the rays of the sun can be compared to the infinitesimal jivas. Just as Sri Krishna is complete Chit Tattva, full in all knowledge, so the jivas are minute Chit Tattva. However, the Bhagavan is the master of Maya and other Shaktis. The jivas are under the control of Maya. This is because Bhagavan is the basis of all transcendental qualities. He is the actual doer, the enjoyer, and the ego. He possesses these qualities in full, whereas the jiva only possesses them to a minute degree. The natural relationship of the jiva, indeed his very constitution, is to be connected with Sri Krishna, just as the rays of the sun are connected to the sun. However, the pure nature of the jiva is covered by a subtle and gross material body made of Maya, because he has forgotten Bhagavan. Therefore, the jiva aspires to be the doer and enjoyer, because while recognizing his qualities, he forgets his minuteness. It is only by the causeless mercy of a pure transcendental guru or of Bhagavan himself that the jiva can adopt bhakti yoga and re-establish his swarup or true spiritual form. The other example is that of a blazing fire and its sparks. Innumerable minute conscious jivas manifest from the Tatastha Shakti, the marginal potency, like uncountable sparks from a blazing fire. Because the jivas are minute by nature, their consciousness can be covered by Maya Shakti. Jiva Shakti is also known as Tatastha Shakti. Because of their marginal nature, the jivas are qualified to go either to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, or to the material world. When they gain the strength of Chit Shakti, the spiritual potency, they can serve Bhagavan in Vaikuntha. Conversely, when they are opposed to Bhagavan, they wander around the illusory material world. This is the profound purport of this verse. So very nice, actually, you can see the understanding of Bhagavad-Gita here. And Param Gurudev actually gives evidence from Bhagavad-Gita. Jagadguru Srila Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Prabhupada was a brilliant Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya. In a short time, he spread the holy name of Bhagavan and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shuddha Bhakti over the length and breadth of India and throughout the whole world as well. Fearlessly declared that a Brahman is not a Brahman if he does not worship the complete Brahma, Sri Krishna. Anyone in our Sampradaya who is not performing bhajan in the footsteps of the Sikh Goswamis, headed by Sri Rupa Goswami, with body, mind and words, is not following the Siddhanta of Bhakti, is not a Jati Goswami, Temple Pujari, Goswami or Bhakta. Srila Saraswati Thakur preached that the arrangement of society in Varnas is based on the different qualities of people, rather than on their family lineage. This is the verdict of the Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad-Gita and other scriptures. The following verses offer irrefutable evidence of this conclusion. Chaturvarnam maya srishtam gunakara vibhagam. Bhagavad-Gita 4.13. So this is the evidence. Means based on the qualities only the division of society takes place, not at birth. And Bhagavatam also gives the evidence. Yasyat lakshanam proktam pumso varnapi venjakam. So you see that people become attracted by Srila Prabhupada's fearless and truthful preaching. However, his teachings about the real nature of eligibility agitated certain corrupt and polluted Brahmanas and caste Goswamis who were devoid of knowledge and civilized behavior. Unable to counteract his arguments, they had been repeatedly defeated in doctrinal debates in religious assemblies and now wanted to kill Sri Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. You see that the Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established the Varnashram Dharma based on the teachings of Bhagavad-Gita, but they wanted to kill him. And Srila Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami Maharaj saved his life. So this is, he was a great Guru Bhakta. So again in his life history it is told, according to the Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-Gita and other scriptures, the root cause of creation and annihilation and the limit of Paratattva is Swayam Bhagavan. He is not subject to birth, death or destruction. is the complete Sanatan Tattva because he exists in the past, present and future. The meaning of the word Sanatan is Sada, always, and Tana, to continue, and refers to one who is present in the past, present and future. That is Sanatan. One who is present in the past, present and future is called Sanatan. Thus, the meaning of the Sanatan Dharma is the constitutional function of someone who is ever existing. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Aho Bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Vrajasam, Yan Mitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Srimad Bhagavatam 10, Canto 14, Chapter 32 verse. Oh, how greatly fortunate are Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya and all the other Gopas and Gopis of Braja. There is actually no limit to their good fortune because Shri Krishna, who is the abode of Paramananda, supreme bliss and the eternal and complete form of Brahma, is their relative and friend. Here Krishna is called the eternal complete Brahma. The Jivatma is also acknowledged to be the Sanatan Tattva because the uncountable souls are eternal, Sanatan parts of Sanatan Parabrahma Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna himself calls them his eternal parts in Bhagavad-Gita. Mamai Mahansha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Mana Shashthanindriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Oh Arjuna, I am Sarveshwara, the Lord of all. All jivas are my parts and they are all eternal. Like the empty space inside a water pot, they are not fabricated or false. Due to being conditioned and opposed to me, they are struggling intensely with the mind and the five senses in this material world. Also, Bhagavad-Gita again, Param Gurudev is quoting these words. Nitya Sarvagata Sthano Racholoyam Sanatana. Bhagavad-Gita 2.24. The Jivatma is changeless and immortal. It cannot be cut by any weapon, burned by fire, moistened by water, or dried by air. It is Nitya, eternal, all-pervasive, unchangeable, unchanging, steadfast and Sanatan, ever existing. Thus, according to the Vedic Shastras, there are two Sanatan Tattvas, eternal principles. One is Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna and the undivided, complete Sanatan Tattva. And the other is the Jiva, the divided and Anu-Sanatan Tattva. The nature of Sri Krishna, Brihad Chaitanya Swarup, the embodiment of complete consciousness, is unchangeable. But if the Jiva is opposed to Bhagavan, his pure nature can be covered due to his being Anu Sanatan Tattva, eternal but atomic in size. But by nature, the Jiva Dharma, constitutional nature, is Shuddha and Sanatan. Prema is the only Sanatan Dharma of the Jiva. The eternal pure Prema is service to Krishna. Therefore, the Swarup Dharma of the Jiva, the eternal pure Prema is service to Krishna. Therefore, the Swarup Dharma or Sanatan Dharma of the Jiva is service to Krishna. In different places in the scriptures, the Sanatan Dharma is referred to as Bhagavad Dharma or Vaishnava Dharma. The pure Sanatan Dharma of the conditioned Jiva is distorted by Maya. In such circumstances, the Jiva considers the Dharma of the gross and subtle body to be his Dharma, because he only understands the gross and subtle body. But the Dharma of those two bodies is not Sanatan Dharma, because it is perishable and prone to change. I am Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Buddhist, and I am a Brahman or Kshatriya are identifications of the gross body. So this gross Dharma is not Sanatan. Nowadays, pure Sanatan Dharma is rarely preached due to a lack of pure understanding of the absolute truth. Actually, the relationship of servant and master between the Jiva and Ishvara is Nitya, eternal, and Sanatan, ever existing. This relationship is what is known as Sanatan Dharma. So this is actually from Bhagavad Gita is quoting. Also, Param Gurudev's life history, you see that Srila Gurudev was the chairman of the program. There was a program was held, public program. The service and help in the preaching work performed by Kalipad Gangapadhyay, the manager of the Sri Rampura Dharmashala, is particularly praiseworthy. This well-known Dharmashala arranged a huge Gita Jayanti program at the local school in Ballabpur. So Gita Jayanti is like Moksha Ekadashi is the Gita Jayanti. It comes in the month of December. See, the Gurudev, Param Gurudev, was the chairman of the program and gave a brilliant lecture on the teachings of Gita for almost 1.5 hours. He said that Bhakta Arjuna was a liberated soul and a Sakha and a Parikar of Krishna. So Arjuna was a liberated soul, he was a Sakha and Parikar of Krishna. Krishna was apparently instructing Arjuna when he spoke Bhagavad Gita, but the teaching of Gita are actually for ordinary jivas, not for Arjuna. Gita is the primary teaching and Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost postgraduate textbook in the kingdom of Dharma. Those who wish to enter the kingdom of Dharma, those who wish to enter the kingdom of Dharma should carefully adopt these teachings. So actually, this is a very nice thing. Bhagavad Gita he spoke and very nice teachings he gave. So Bhagavad Gita is a very important scripture. Everywhere the evidence must be given from Bhagavad Gita. When Param Gurudev established that Krishna is the Advaigyan Paratattva, he quoted one verse from Bhagavad Gita. Mattah Partanam Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvavidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. So everywhere Param Gurudev you see that he is giving the evidence from Bhagavad Gita. Further in Brahma Sutra it is said Janma Dasyata. Brahman is he from whom the creation, maintenance and destruction of the universe arises. So Brahma Sutra says like that. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna has also said, Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mam padharavasamam. Bhagavad Gita 10.8. I am the origin of everything. All are engaged in activities by me alone. Understanding is the wise serve me with spiritual emotion. So, Krishna is the origin of everything. Bhagavad Gita has stated this. So many times in Param Gurudev's life history, you see that Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. And also, Krishna is telling that Vedesha Sarver Ahamiva Vidya. Bhagavad Gita 15.15. I am the only subject to be known in all Vedas. Actually, some people harbor the doubt that Krishna's name is not to be found anywhere in the Vedas. But this idea is not correct. It is only Krishna who has been represented in the Vedas. In some places, by the Mukhya primary or dictionary usage, and in others by Gauna secondary or the figurative sense, and in others again by Anvaya or interpretation. So everywhere Radha Krishna are there. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna has been mentioned everywhere. So actually talking about the Siddhanta, the descriptions of the three aspects of this Parashakti are available in many places in the Vedas. Parasa Shakti Vidaiva Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyacha. In Vishnu Puran also it is said Vishnu Shakti Para Prokta Kshetra Khyata Para Avidya Karma Sadhyanya Tritya Shakti Rishyate. The potency of Vishnu is of three types: Para, Kshetrajna and Avidya. The name of Vishnu Para Shakti is Shakti, spiritual energy, Kshetrajna is Jnana Shakti, and Avidya Shakti is called Maya Shakti. Also in Gita, Krishna's energies are mentioned. Aperayam itamastamanyam prakriti vidyam param jiva bhutam mahabhavo yedam dhariyati jagat. Bhagavad Gita 7.5. However, this inanimate material nature, which has 8 divisions, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, is an inferior nature. Know that I have another superior energy in the form of the jivas, who accepted this material world for enjoyment by means of their fruitive actions. So Bhagavad Gita 7.5 Param Gurudev quoted that there is a lower nature having 8 divisions: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Apara Prakriti. But there is also Para Prakriti, that is the Jiva Shakti. But they are trying to enjoy this material world. So Bhagavad Gita evidence is everywhere. You can see in his life history. He's always quoting Bhagavad Gita. And also, this shows that Jivatma and Paramatma are not the same. Many people say that Jivatma and Paramatma are the same. So here also Param Gurudev is giving evidence from Bhagavad-Gita 9.10, Bhagavad-Gita 9.10. Maya dakshina prakriti suyate sajaracharam. Hetunanina kante jagat viparivartate. Shri Krishna says, my prakriti, my Shakti is the creator of this world, of moving and non-moving entities. Thus the world is also real and true, but it is by nature mutable and destructible. This statement establishes that Krishna is the Shaktiman, possessed of energy. Krishna is the different. We are not Bhagwan. So there's so much evidence he gave. Then also, furthermore in the Gita, those who disregard the Sri Murti of Bhagwan have been called Mudha and Naradama, lowest of mankind. A lot of people actually reject the deity form of the Lord. So therefore, how in Bhagavad Gita it is told that those who reject the Sri Murti or the deity of Bhagwan, they are called foolish persons, they are Mudha, or they are Naradam, the lowest of mankind. Avajananti mam Mudha manushim tanum ashitaha param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Yatova imani bhutani jayante ena jatani jivanti yat. So, Bhagavad Gita is a very strong evidence. Bhagavad Gita explains strongly that you cannot reject the deity form of the Lord. Also, Bhagavad Gita says, paths other than pure bhakti cannot enable one to meet with Krishna. You have to follow the pure bhakti only. Bhagwan can be pleased only by the devotion described in Srimad Bhagavatam. The Gita also states that those who worship the Devatas or demigods attain the planets of the Devatas, demigods. Those who worship the forefathers go to Pitraloka, and those who worship ghosts attain the planets of the ghost. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is not attained by these mundane, worldly methods of worship. Service to Krishna in Krishna Loka can be attained only by Shuddha Bhakti. If all methods of worship were the same, then Krishna would not say in Gita. Some people say that all the worships are the same. You worship Kali, Durga, Ganesh, Kartikeya, Brahma, Shiva, doesn't matter. It's all the same. Whether you worship Krishna or Kali, how does it matter? Some people say that. Whether you do Krishna Kirtan or Kali Kirtan, how does it matter? So here, Param Guru is quoting Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitra vrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhya jinopi mam. Those who worship the devas, demigods, attain the planets of the devas or demigods. Those who worship the forefathers attain the planets of the forefathers, and those who worship ghosts attain the ghostly worlds. But those who worship me attain me. Also Bhagavad Gita 7.20. Kamastaitarhuta jnana prapadyante anya devata tam niyamam asthaya prakritya niyata svaya. Those whose knowledge has been stolen by desires to drive away distress and who take shelter of appropriate regulations. So those whose knowledge has been stolen by desire to drive away distress. People want to drive away their distress and so on, and take shelter of appropriate regulations and perform worship of the devatas, demigods, being impelled by their own natures. So people want to get rid of their distress, so they take shelter of demigod worship. Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam devan devayasjo yanti devan devayo yanti madhvakta yanti mamapi. However, the result of worship performed by those people of meager intelligence is perishable. The worshippers of the devatas attain the devatas, and my devotees attain me. Antavat phalam desham tad bhavati alpa vedasam devan devajayanti mad bhakto tayanti mamapi. The result of the worship performed by those people of meager intelligence is perishable. The worshippers of the devatas attain the devatas, and my devotees attain me. Giving up Krishna to worship various devatas has been called unlawful. Ye penna devata bhaktya yajante shraddhanvita Tepi mameva kaunteya yajante vidipurvakam. Bhagavad Gita 9.23. Whatever a man may sacrifice to the devatas, O son of Kunti, is really meant for me alone, but it is offered without true understanding. Some people say Vishnu, Ganesh, Durga, Kali, Shiva are all one and the same. There is no fundamental or intrinsic difference between them. They are different in name only, and results of worshipping all of them is the same. However, this account is not in agreement with Shastra. Scripture says, Rigveda, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Diva Chakshura Tatam Tad Vipraso Vipramnyavo Jagrivamsa Samyadhatte Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. As eyes are capable of seeing the sun in the sky without impediment, similarly liberated Mahapurushas always see the supreme abode of the Parameshwara Vishnu. The sadhus who are devoted to Bhagavan and who are free from defects such as the tendency to be mistaken or deluded preach everywhere about the supreme abode of Vishnu. तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चादिकश्च दृश्यते पराशक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च कृतश्रुतोपनिषद 6.8. The activities of that Parabrahma, Paramatma are not material because his senses such as his hands and feet are not material. He is splendidly present in all places at the same time by his spiritual body. Therefore, far from being greater than him, no others are seen even to be equal to him. It is heard that Parameshwara has various types of divine potency, amongst which Jnana Shakti, Bala Shakti, and Kriya Shakti are prominent. These three potencies are called Shakti, Samvesh Shakti, Sat Shakti, or Sandhini Shakti, and Ananda Shakti or Ladini Shakti, respectively. In Gita, it has been said, Mattah Partaram Nanyat Kinchidasya Dhananjaya. Bhagavad Gita 7.7. Oh Dhananjaya, there is no truth superior to me. Also, Vedesha Sarver Ahamiva Vedya Vedanta Veda Vidya. Bhagavad Gita 15.15. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta and the knower of the Vedas. So, Param Gurudev, you see that very well versed in Bhagavad Gita. Again he is giving this evidence. Actually, we are forbidden. We should not think that Krishna or Narayana are on the same level as demigods like Brahma and Rudra. In Vaishnava Tantra, it is very clearly told, Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Devatai Samatvena Viksheta Pashandi Vaved Dhruvam. Vaishnava Tantra. One who considers Sri Narayan to be in the same category as Devatas such as Brahma and Rudra is a Pashandi, a faithless non-believer. Moreover, in Gita it has been said, Tasvibhyadiko yogi jnanibhyo vimatodhika karmabhyashadiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna yogi namapi sarvesham madhatena antaratmana shaddavan bhajate yo mam samyukta mata. Bhagavad Gita 6.46-47. Among fruity workers who have material desires, tapasvis, those engaged in the performance of austerities, and jnanis, those engaged in the cultivation of knowledge, the yogi is the best of all. Therefore, Arjuna be a yogi. However, even among these yogis, those who do bhajan, transcendental service to me, Vasudev, being devoted to me with complete faith, are the best of all. This is my opinion. Therefore, become a yogi like this. Krishna is telling us to become bhakti yogi. And also, Bhagavan cannot be easily attained by any means other than bhakti. Shri Krishna has personally said, Na sadheti maam yogo na sankham dharmottama na swadhyayas tapastyago yatha bhakti morjita yoga sadhan jnana vijnana. Religious ceremonies, japa, austerities, studying and renunciation are not sufficient to attain me. I can only be attained by devotional service composed of unalloyed prema. This same conclusion has been expressed in the Shruti. Bhaktir evenam naiti, bhaktir evenam darsheti, bhakti vasya purusha, bhaktir evai bhuyasi. Mathar Shruti Vachan, quoted by in Madhva Bhashya on Vedanta Sutra 3.3.53. For this reason, the instruction has been given in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Krishna is telling, surrender to me, giving up all temporary dharmas related to the body and mind. Nowhere in the authentic Shastras has it been stated that all opinions, paths, or worldly dharmas are the same. People who preach this misleading idea of Yatamat Tatapat are ignorant of Tattva. So actually, you have to follow only Krishna. You have to surrender only to Krishna. And also, Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita, so actually, it is told, only ignorant and foolish people can say, one can reach the same destination by bullock cart, horse-drawn cart, carriage, train or car. The same destination can be attained by all roads. Countries and islands such as England, Australia and Hawaii are situated in the middle of the ocean. They cannot be reached by bullock cart, horse-drawn carriage or car. Everywhere, everyone acknowledges this fact. So some people say you can go to America by bullock cart, you can go by airplane, you can go by train. But not possible. Many regions are inaccessible. You cannot reach there by bullock cart or ox-driven cart or horse cart or whatever it is. You have to go by airplane or by ship. Understand? So Param Gurudev is refuting here. You can approach God by any means. No. Countries and islands such as England, Australia or Hawaii are situated in the middle of the ocean. They cannot be reached by bullock cart, horse-drawn carriage or car. Everyone acknowledges this fact. Even passengers on the same train cannot arrive at the same destination if they have tickets for different places. Suppose you are sitting on a train, but you have ticket for an earlier destination, then you have to get down earlier. Similarly, those who adopt various methods of attainment to realize various goals such as material sense gratification, liberation, or love of God cannot all attain the same loving service to Bhagwan. So, if you have goal of sense gratification, liberation, economic development, then you cannot attain the love of God. Shri Krishna has explained this nicely in the shloka, Ye yathamam prapadyanti tam tataiva bhajamyaham or mahavartanti mamanishya partha sarvasya. Bhagavad-Gita 4.11. As they surrender to me, I reward them accordingly. Some people say that all letters reach the same destination, even if you post them in different post offices. Similarly, all worshippers attain the same Parameshwaran no matter what Devata they worship. So you see, I can drop in any post office box and they will collect and postman will deliver it to the destination. So you can worship any demigod, you'll reach the same destination. But no, if the address is different, what will happen? It will go to different address. However, this argument is also utterly imaginary. It is born of ignorance. It is true that if address written on different letters is the same, then they will all arrive at the same place, even if they are posted in different post offices. This is correct, but if letters have different addresses written on them, then they will reach different destinations. Similarly, if all worshippers perform the same exclusive worship of same Bhagwan, Shri Krishna, which culminates in bhakti, then they become purified and can attain Bhagwan. This sequence has been shown in a beautiful way in Bhagavad-Gita. Nowadays, we hear many slogans which are opposed to the conclusions of scripture. The authentic Shastras do not at all support ideas such as service to Daridra Narayan, God in the form of poverty-stricken people, Janta Janardhan. The common people are God and Jiva, he is Shiva. Soul is Shiva. If poverty-stricken people are Narayan, then what about wealthy and respectable people who have performed pious activities in their previous births? What about righteous, learned and honorable people? Why is that they cannot be Narayan? Those who accept the notion of Daridra Narayan are all atheists, impelled by base sanskaras, impressions from previous births. They have no relation whatsoever with the pure Atma Dharma. People talk about Daridra Narayan, but to this day, no Jiva ever succeeded in becoming Bhagwan. The Atma and Paramatma have separate individual natures by their very constitution. The Jivatma is minute, subject to the control of Maya, and helpless in regard to testing the results of his own activities. In contrast, Paramatma is the creator, master, and maintainer of the entire universe, and he is the Lord of Maya. How can these be called one? Those who maintain such a conception propound a vicious brand of folly. They are mistaken in all respects. You see that here, Param Gurudev is quoting so much from Bhagavad-Gita. Also, the Gita and other authorized scriptures state that the Mayavad doctrine is very offensive. The Mayavad actually is offensive. Avajanandi mudha manashim tanumashritam param bhavamajanantu mohatameshwaram moksha moga karma moga jnana vichetasa rachasi masarim chaiva prakriti mohinim shrita. This is Bhagavad Gita 9.7 and 9.12. Fools deride me, the supreme Ishvara of all living entities. They fail to understand the supreme nature of my Swarupa by their human intelligence, which is covered with Maya. All the hopes, actions, and knowledge of such fools go in vain. Their minds become agitated and deviating from the spiritual path. They take shelter of the demonic nature, which destroys intelligence, and they head towards the hellish planets. The conclusion is that Sri Krishna is the root of all avatars and is the supreme absolute truth. In the form of Krishna, he is the Ishvara of all Ishvaras, of all living beings, and of the entire cosmic manifestation. His determination is infallible. That is, whatever he wills must take place. He is omniscient, omnipotent, and supremely compassionate. Wicked King Vena and other such fools used to disrespect Krishna when they saw him. These fools used to abuse Sri Vasudevanandan or Sri Nandanandan Sri Krishna, considering him a worldly man who is subject to death. These fools imagine that Paramatma is a separate Atma in Krishna's body. This belief has been condemned everywhere in the scriptures, which establish that Krishna's form is Sachidananda. Shastra has established that the distinction between Deha, the body, and Dehi, the possessor of the body, is also false in the case of the Sachidananda Shri Vigraha of Bhagavan. Actually, so much evidence from Bhagavad Gita, Param Gurudev is giving that Krishna's body and Krishna's self is the same, not like our body and our self. Understand? So, wonderful. We read Param Gurudev's teaching brief today about Bhagavad Gita. So today's shloka is 2.17. Avinashita vitti yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avyasyasya kaschitu kartum arhasi. Tat, that jena, by which idam, this sarvam, entire body, is tatam, pervaded, viddhi, no, is to avinashi, indeed indestructible. Na kaschit, no one, arhasi, is able, kartum, to effect vinasham, the destruction, asya, apyasya, of the imperishable soul. That by which the entire body is pervaded, you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy the imperishable Atma. Sarartha Varshitika. No bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. That which is sata, eternal truth, cannot be destroyed. Shri Bhagavan is speaking this shloka, beginning with Avinashi to clarify this statement. The fundamental nature, Swarupa of the Jiva is such that it pervades the whole body. One question that if the consciousness of the Jiva only pervades the individual body and is therefore limited in size, will it not be temporary? In response, Sri Krishna says, no, it is not so. There is evidence of this in the Shruti and Smriti also. Sukshmanam api aham jiva. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.16.11. Among that which is subtle and the jiva. Also in the Mundaka Upanishad 3.1.9, it is stated, Esho anur atma chetasa veritavyo yasmin pranam panchaha samvivesha. The Atma is very minute. It can only be realized in a pure heart, which is free from three modes. The life here divided into prana, apana, vyana, samana, and udana remains situated in the body. In the Shveta Upanishad 5.9, it is said, Balagrashada bhagasya chitta kalpitasya cha bhago jivasa vidyesa chanantaya kalpate. One should know that the Jivatma is the size of 1,000 the tip of a hair. Also in Aitreya Upanishad 5.8, Aragra matrohi avaropi drishta. The Jiva has an extremely subtle body. The above statements of Shruti prove that the Jivatma is atomic in size. It is very subtle, just as the entire body can be nourished by the application to the head or chest of a potent herb or precious gem set in lakh. Similarly, the Jivatma is able to pervade the entire body, although it is situated in one place. There is no difficulty in reconciling this. Being bound by material designation, the Jiva enters various species and wanders in different heavens and hells. Dattatreya has also verified this in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11 Canto, 9 chapter 20th verse. Yena samsarate puman, Jivatma wanders in the material world. In the present shloka, it has been described that the Jivatma pervades the whole body. The Jivatma is called Avyasya or eternal. It is also verified in the Shrutis, Kathopanishad 2.2.13. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yogadhati Kaman. He who is the supreme eternal Nitya amongst all eternal entities, Nitya Jivas. The supreme conscious being among all conscious beings fulfills the desires of all living entities. If you view this shloka from a different angle, we can see that all three, the body, Jivatma and Paramatma, are seen in all human beings, birds, animals, and so forth. The nature of the body and the Jivatma have been explained in the previous shloka, Asata Vidyate Bhavo, Gita 2.16. So what is the nature of the third entity, Paramatma? To answer this, Sri Bhagavan speaks this shloka beginning with the word Avinashi. The word tu is used to indicate a different context. This material world has come into existence only because Maya and the Jivatma are by nature fundamentally different from Paramatma. Sarartha Varshini Prakash Prati. There are two indestructible truths. One is the atomic conscious Jiva, Anuchari Jivatma, and the other is the manifesting source and controller of all Jivatmas, Paramatma. The same Paramatma is present as a witness in that which is both inert and conscious. The Jivas are unlimited and individual Atma exists in each gross body. The Jiva in each body individually experiences happiness and distress, happiness and misery. The supreme absolute Paramatma is situated only as witness and is untouched by the Jiva's happiness and distress. In Shloka, the nature of the indestructible Jiva has been described. How is it that the atomic Jivatma being situated in one part of the body is experienced throughout the body? Shri Krishna answered this question in the present Shloka. His statement above is verified by Vedanta Sutra 3.2.3.22. Avirodas Chandanabata. Just as a single drop of Harichandan applied to one place makes the whole body cool, similarly the Jivatma situated in one part of the body is experienced throughout the entire body. This is also verified in Smriti Shastra. Anu matro hi ayam yuha swadehe vyapatishthati yatha vyapya sharirani Harichandana viprushaha. Just as a drop of Harichandan applied to one part of the body gives pleasure to the whole body, similarly the Jivatma being situated in one part of the body pervades the whole body. If the question is asked, in which part of the body does the Jivatma reside? The answer is within the heart. Rudhi Esha Atmeti Sat Prashni Shat Prashni Suti. It is also stated in the Vedanta Sutra. Gunad Valokavat Brahma Sutra 3.2.3.34. Like light, the Jivatma by its quality pervades the whole body. Although the Jivatma is atomic, by its quality of consciousness, it pervades the entire body. Just as the sun situated in one part of the sky illuminates the whole universe, similarly, Jivatma also pervades the whole body. This has been stated by Sri Bhagavan himself in Gita 13.13. So very nice verse actually. We discussed this verse today. Thank you very much for attending this class. Avinashita Vitti Yena Sarvam Idam Tatam Vinasham avyastasya na kashit kartum harasi. So here, Vinashi means imperishable, too, but that with the know it, yena, by whom, sarvam, all of the body, idam, this, tatam, pervaded, vinasham, destruction, avyastasya, of the imperishable, asya, of it, na kashchit, no one, kartum, to do, arati is able. That pervades the entire body, it should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. The verse more clearly expresses the real nature of the soul, which is spread all over the body. Anyone can understand what is present all over the body, it is consciousness. Everyone is conscious of the pain and pleasures of the body, in part or as a whole. This spreading of consciousness is limited within one's own body. The pains and pleasures of one body are unknown to another. Therefore, each and every body is the embodiment of an individual soul. And the symptom of the soul's presence is pursued as individual consciousness. This soul is described as 1/10,000 part of the upper portion of the hair, point in size. The Shvetashatar Upanishad 5.9 confirms this. Balakrishna Bharasya Shita Kalpitasya Cha Bhago Jivasa Vidnyaya Sachantaya Kalpate. When the upper point of a hair is divided into 100 parts, and again each such parts is further divided into 100 parts, each such part is the measurement of the dimension of the soul. Similarly, the same portion is stated. Keshagra Shatabhagasya Shatamsha Sadrushatmaka Jiva Sukshma Swarupoyam Sankhyaktito hi Chitka. There are innumerable particles of spiritual atoms which are measured as 1/10,000 of the upper portion of the hair. Therefore, the individual particle of spirit soul is a spiritual atom smaller than the material atoms, and such atoms are innumerable. So, very nice verse. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhu vijabhridana pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. We'll carry on next Sunday on Bhagavad-Gita. If anyone has any comments or questions, please ask me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much for coming today with your busy schedule. So, Maharaj, I got a message. Dandavat, I got a message to ask if they started their menstruation today, and it's first day of Kartik. So, how what do they do? Can they observe, not observe the lamp, and so on? So, if you can please just elaborate.
Saturday.
No, today the menstruation started.
Today this Kartik Vrat started, right?
Yeah, and then they got their menstruation. So
today.
they're not sure. Yes, they're not sure if what they can do and what they can't do.
Well, actually, this is a Nitya Seva, and they can sing Damodarashtakam, and they can chant Hare Krishna mantra. They can keep on chanting Gayatri mantra. As far as offering lamb to Damodar is concerned, no need to go to temple. But you can sing Damodarashtakam, understand? Mentally offer the lamb, no harm. Because it is an eternal vrata, it is Nitya Dharma, it cannot stop by the bodily discomforts or bodily problems, Yeah. This is related to the body, so they can certainly follow the limbs of, especially Nama Japa, Nama Kirtan, singing Damodarashtakam, that can go on, even from the room there, because it is such a powerful vrata. Understand? They must follow the Ekadashi also and all the rules and regulations, actually. So no
And
harm.
Mark, okay, thank you so much. And concerned about the prasad, as in cooking and offering, what should they do then, as it's month of Kartik now?
Actually, cooking, if they find any some other cook, find some other cook. Best is that the woman menstruation should not cook for the deity, because I was reading the rules. There are 32 offenses in worshipping the deity. Apart from these 32 offenses, the following offenses mentioned in the Varaha Purana are also to be avoided. And one of the offenses is that to worship deity after touching a woman during her menstrual period. Suppose you are living in a situation where deity worship is going on and you are in menstrual period, then best is to not avoid and stay alone in the room. And someone should provide actually for such a woman for prasadam. I remember my sister, my mother, if they're having the problem, someone else would cook. And they would be given food actually, no harm. Generally speaking, if you are the deity, so actually in you'll see here reference in the scripture also Bhagavad-Gita. Therefore, Bhagavan says Pretatmana. So here Bhagavan is speaking of words. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati daham bhaktya pavrutam ashnami pretatmana. So if any pure-hearted bhakta offers me a leaf, flower, fruit or water with love and devotion, I will always accept that gift. There is often much misery in Deva worship, but such pain does not exist in the performance of Bhakti. Demigod worship, lot of pain. Krishna's worship very easy. It can also be performed with ease. Shri Bhagavan speaks this shloka beginning with the word Patram to explain this point. It is described here that it is the bhakti of the devotee which causes Bhagavan to accept the offering. The word bhakti has been used in the second line and also in the third line in the word bhaktya pavrutam. Thus, there is repetition. According to rules of Sanskrit grammar, the word bhaktya in the third case implies those who are endowed with bhakti. That is my bhakta. So, it emphasizes if someone other than my bhakta offers me fruits or flowers, with superficial devotion, I do not accept it. But I accept Ashnami, whatever my bhaktas give me. Be it even leaf, be it even a leaf. In other words, I fully enjoy that which is offered to me with bhakti. But I do not enjoy the offering of someone who has been forced to do it. But if the body of my bhakta is impure, I do not accept his offering. Bhagavan is telling. Understand? If the body of my bhakta is impure, I do not accept his offering. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Pretatma means he whose body is pure. From this statement is concluded that a woman is forbidden to make an offering during her monthly menstrual cycle. Another meaning of the word Pretatmana is I accept the offerings of those whose hearts are pure other than my bhaktas. No one's heart is pure. Understand? So here, clearly mentioned in Sarata Shritika of Vishwanath Thakur that Bhagavan will not accept offering made by a woman in a monthly menstrual cycle. Understand? So, anyways, but this is a very difficult age. Only one person is, husband, wife, two children in a situation like that, and very, very difficult situation in Kali Yuga. So, yeah. But best is that someone else should cook. Best is husband should learn to cook. What is the problem? Husband should also, they're also part of the family. So they should also cook. At least some khichdi, simple khichdi can be cooked actually. That's time. So rest is not, woman should be given rest during that time. It's a stressful period for her. And during that time, so actually husband or mother-in-law or mother should be called or sister should be called and they should cook for the child. Actually, also in Bhagavatam also you'll see that there are these are rules actually. These are Nochishtam Chandikannam cha Sami Vrishalavrtam Mujitokya Adrushtam Anjalinat Papa. So here, actually some vows were given to Diti. He was offering some Kashyap Muni continued, my dear gentle wife, never enter the water while bathing. Never be angry. Not even speak or associate with wicked people. Never wear clothes that have been not have been properly washed. And do not put on a garment that has already been worn. So Diti actually was told some rules for following actually. And when you are doing particular vrata, you have to follow these rules. Never eat leftover food. Generally, don't eat your leftover food. Never eat prasad offered to the goddess Kali, Durga. We should not eat the prasad of Kali or Durga or any demigod. That will decrease our bhakti and attachment to Krishna. Do not eat anything contaminated by flesh or fish. Obviously, do not eat anything brought or touched by a Shudra or anything seen by a woman in her menstrual period. Understand? Even means the food is seen by a woman in her menstrual period, that becomes contaminated. Understand? It is the evidence from Bhagavatam. Do not drink water by joining your palms. Drinking water like this is forbidden. Generally, Bhakti-Vidanta Swami Maharaj purport is that generally the goddess Kali is offered food containing meat and fish, and therefore Kashyap Muni strictly forbade his wife to take the remnants of such food. Actually, a Vaishnava is not allowed to take any food offered to the demigods. A Vaishnava is always fixed in accepting prasad offered to Lord Vishnu. Through all these instructions, Kashyap Muni, in a negative way, instructed his wife to become a Vaishnavi. He's telling her to become a Vaishnavi. Understand? So these are all. And there is also the science of God, Bhagavad Puran also, 7th canto, 5th chapter. 7th canto and 5th chapter, there is some rules are given actually. To touch a lamp, dead body, or a woman during her menstrual period, or to put on red or bluish clothing, others of soiled clothing. These are an offense when you are worshipping the deity actually. Generally speaking, we have to be very careful. Especially the deity worship, the rules and regulations. But Nama Sankirtan actually, you see that Nama Sankirtan, any woman with pure or impure. So actually, 11 canto also it is told that political, social, or economic disturbances that obstruct execution of one's religious duties are considered inauspicious times. Similarly, woman is considered contaminated just after childbirth or during her menstrual period. She cannot perform ordinary religious activities at such times, which are therefore inauspicious and impure. So actually, this is all explained in the scriptures. So should be very careful. But anyway, this is all about the body actually. So as far as bhakti is concerned, nothing can stop the bhakti. Aituki apratiyata. Chanting, japa, meditation, reading Damodara Ashtakam, Gyodi Giti Kucha, reading books of Gurudev, listening to tapes, everything can be done. No harm. Understand? Even Diksha Mantras, I heard that they can do it. Because it is considered activity of the soul. Okay, I hope this answers the question. Hare Krishna. Any other questions?
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams. No questions from me. Thank you very
much. Hare Krishna. One chakra. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for coming. So we'll see your devotees all tomorrow for Madhurya Kadambini, same time. Yes. And also Shripad Bhakti-Vedanta Dandi Maharaj will be coming tomorrow as well, like he came on today. to continue the Kartik Vrat reading. So thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's
Hare
right.
Krishna. Ananga Mohan Prabhu Jai Diwani, please. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Radha Vinod Bihari Ji ki Jai. Om Vishnu Pada Stotara Shata Shri Shri Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Om Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai Jai Jai.
Pravishto Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parasto Tarashata Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parasto Tarashata Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Param Bhagavat Pravara Shri Srila Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Shri Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhoma Shri Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Shri Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu ki Jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki Jai. Srila Narottama Shyam Prabhu Tray ki Jai. Srila Krishna Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhata Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhat Das Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Damodar Raya Ramanandadi Shri Gaura Prasad Vrinda ki Jai. Namachar Shila Hari Das Thakur ki Jai. Prem se Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Saraswati Gaura Bhakta ki Jai. Shri Antardvip Mayapur Simantadvip Godrumadvip Madhyadvip Koladvip Ritudvip Janudvip Modradrumadvip Rudadvip Patmakar Shri Navadvipadam ki Jai. Shri Shri Krishna गोपा गोपी गोवर्धन द्वादश वनात्मकार श्री व्रजमंडल की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति देव की जय। श्रीमती वृंद देव की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपीश देव की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र दर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल की जय। सर्व विघ्न विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंहदेव की जय। भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। शारदा की जय। चार संप्रदाय की जय। चार की जय। अकर्मतराज श्री चैतन्य मात की जय। श्री श्रीकेश जी गोप्यमान हो तत्सकवात की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सामगात भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमनंद हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Vishnu Daivata Maharaj. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you all for coming and joining. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripasinubhyascha pachatanam pavanubhyascha Bhagavatam Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. See you all tomorrow. Hari Bol.